Hi everyone, today in this section let us see FM transmitter using direct method of frequency modulation. And the figure shows the block diagram for FM transmitter using direct method. A direct method of FM transmitter has three basic sections: exciter section, a frequency multiplier and a power section. An exciter section contains a carrier oscillator, a frequency modulator, audio signal source, a pre-emphasis circuit and a buffer amplifier. A frequency multiplier section features several frequency multipliers. A power section or the power output section includes a low-level power amplifier, final power amplifier and an impedance matching network to properly load the power section with the antenna impedance. Now, the local oscillator. The function of the local oscillator or a carrier oscillator is to generate a stable sine wave signal at a stable rest frequency. The function is to generate a stable sine wave signal at the rest frequency when no modulation is applied. Also, it must be able to linearly change the frequency when fully modulated with no measurable change in the amplitude. A direct FM at this point at a final frequency is not feasible because of the problem of maintaining high frequency stability of carrier while at the same time obtaining adequate frequency deviation. Due to this problem, like an AM transmitter, here the carrier is made to generate subharmonic of the final carrier frequency to achieve the stability. That is, more frequency stability can be obtained if the carrier operates at lower radio frequency. For example, let a stable carrier oscillation frequency of say 4 MHz is generated by an oscillator. Then this frequency is raised to final carrier say 96 MHz by the frequency multiplier. Now we go to the pre-emphasis circuit. An audio signal from the signal source, a microphone, is taken. This signal will have an uneven power. At high frequency, its power level will be very low and hence it has to be boosted. This process is performed in a pre-emphasis circuit. Here, all the frequency components in the modulating signal are made to have equal power. Now, a modulator acts to change the carrier oscillator frequency by the application of the message signal. The modulator circuit used here uses a parameter variation method or a direct method. A buffer amplifier acts as a constant high impedance load on the modulator, and a buffer amplifier may have a small gain. Now let us see the function of a frequency multiplier. The frequency multiplier or a stable oscillation frequency at a lower radio frequency is generated by a carrier oscillator, and this signal frequency is then raised to a final carrier by the frequency multiplier. The multiplier circuit not only increases the carrier frequency but also the frequency deviation by the same factor. That is, with the frequency multiplication, the instantaneous frequency is multiplied. For example, if the instantaneous frequency of FM modulator is Fi is equal to F0 plus delta F, this signal when passed through a frequency multiplier, it becomes N into Fi is equal to N F0 plus N delta F, N into Fi, where N denotes the multiplying factor, Fi denotes the instantaneous frequency of the FM oscillator or the FM modulator, F0 represents the unmodulated frequency and delta F represents the frequency deviation. And these frequency multipliers are tuned input, tuned output RF amplifiers in which the output resonance circuit is tuned to a multiple of the input frequency, and common multipliers are 2x multipliers are there, 3x, 4x multipliers and even 5x multipliers are sometimes seen. Note that the frequency multiplication is by whole numbers only. There cannot be a 1.5x multiplier. A special form of class C amplifier is frequency can be made to act as a frequency multiplier. That is, any Class C amplifier is capable of performing frequency multiplication if the tuned circuit in the collector resonates at some integer multiple of the input frequency. Any Class C amplifier is capable of performing frequency multiplication if the tuned circuit in the collector resonates at some integer multiple of the input frequency. Now we go to a power output section. The final power output section develops the carrier power to be transmitted and often has a low power amplifier driven the final power amplifier. The impedance matching network is same as that for AM transmitter, and this section matches the antenna impedance to the correct load on the final power amplifier. Now this direct method has a disadvantage of frequency instability. Variation in environmental conditions, supply voltage, aging of active devices can cause the frequency instability. Therefore, FM transmitter must incorporate some auxiliary means for frequency stabilization. And this figure shows the auxiliary method adopted to compensate for the frequency instability. So here, a stable crystal oscillator provides a reference frequency. A portion of the frequency multiplier or the LC oscillator is fed to, and the output of the crystal oscillator is fed to the mixer. Mixer output will be the difference frequency term. The different frequency term from the mixer output is fed to the frequency discriminator circuit. This provides an error signal whose instantaneous value is proportional to the instantaneous frequency of its input. That is, when the FM has a frequency exactly equal to the assigned carrier frequency, the error signal will be 0. But whenever the transmitter or the FM signal, transmitter frequency trips from the assigned value, a DC error signal of proper polarity is generated. Now, this will be an error signal. The amplified error signal of proper polarity is applied to the VCO in the reactance modulator. And this section corrects the transmitter frequency to the assigned value. And this makes the FM transmitter more efficient in the direct method. That is all about the direct method of FM transmitter. Thank you for watching this video.